Namaste. Welcome to Love Wins. How's your reality? I am moving through really heavy energy. Really heavy energy. I want to get into a few topics that when I try to formulate a video layout, it feels stuck. It feels too deep. Do not touch. But not because Spirit is telling me not to touch it. It's like this wound. This lifetime wound of an oppressive energy. And like it's hanging on and doesn't want me to set it free, because if I set it free, then it doesn't exist anymore. Energy. So I posted 2 posts, screenshots from my yesterday's playlist, and both lines were touching on mind control. And on the awakening path, you come into this point of realizing how much mind control exists. And it can send one into a state of complete paranoia. Paranoia, is that the word? Yeah. In all aspects. But something that keeps coming up for me is the manipulation through the media, through the music, and how energies are tapping into our energies, our chakra system, our heart energy, our sacral, which is our creation, invoking fear, and also like invoking feelings of love and desire, and then using those feelings to literally harvest from us, to drain us, to siphon from us, and then we make decisions based off of these feelings and emotions that have generated through music and through movies and through external sources. They reach our energy centers by making us feel. And then comes an opportunity in our 3D, because you are a magnet. You're a magnet. So whatever you're feeling, you're going to attract. So it takes me back to growing up as a little girl, love songs and sex songs. And I've been journaling this. I've been going into this. I've been thinking on this. I haven't so much spoke on it, but it's showing up in the readers that I follow. And when we were young, it was all about love songs. Songs were so romantic, and songs were so sexual. So I think about what I recently posted about how I just didn't say no. I never said no, but then I would throw myself in a boyfriend, thinking I was going to get that romantic relationship that was so magical, that was worth singing about, right? And it was more like a horror movie. But the traumatic experiences that play out in all of these relationships that are not of love, but yet access to our energy is given sexually, romantically, giving of the heart, giving of the sacral, hooking you into contracts with energies. Okay? This is so deep, guys. Bear with me if you're watching me. Like, this is so deep because I'm digging into this as I'm delivering this, and it's so much. So we tap into the energy of fear and shame and guilt in my last video when I talked about, what not being able to say no and having a body count of a porn star before I even got out of high school. Okay, like, I was manipulated through those energies, right? I wasn't making conscious decisions. I was giving my power to an external source, and I ended up going into the adult industry, working as a dancer, running from my family because my family was in lack mentality, was cycling traumatic experiences, abusive relationships, drugs, alcohol, domestic violence, evictions, lack mentality. Like, I needed something better for myself, right? And the paths I was taking before sex came in, there was the path of the scholarship. There was the path of the military. I actually signed up for the military. I was given the position military police because I was chasing that FBI dream, guys. And then I also was applying at LSU and was chasing that veterinary dream. Ended up doing neither, and although I have no regrets on my path because, I trust my soul. I trust my God self. I have faith. Like, I know I needed to dig into the things I dug into to pull out these healings that are needed for soul evolution, right? Because it's really not about the 3D. It's not about what you accomplish on earth, other than, does that set your soul free? Does that bring joy to your heart? Is that success for you? Or is it because you're trying to fit into a box of an image and an idea, right? And that goes with relationships too. I have always been a believer that there was a person that I was going to fall in love with, and that person was going to get me, and I was going to get them, and we were going to build something. I always felt like Queen, King, Emperor, Empress, God, Goddess energy. Like, that was something that I was supposed to do. Okay. And been on a whole journey with that. But all the way back to falling in love as a young girl, lots of heartbreak. Doing this soul work now, understanding these heartbreaks are lifetimes. These are playing out wounds from lifetimes, right? And it's all about getting to self, being authentic with self, going into self, and in that authentic version, finding that love with self. Healing those wounds, becoming a whole heart. Can that any next step happen, right? I'm understanding that. And but I keep going back to the music. Because music is a big part of my healing right now. It's a big part of my healing. And then yesterday's video, was it yesterday? I don't even know days anymore. The last video I made, I talked about the children, the crash out generation, the Pluto in Sagittarius. By the way, my children are Pluto Capricorn. We just went into Aquarius. So most of our babies, toddlers, babies, you guys have Pluto Capricorns. It's a very important placement, but that's a side note. Tangents. Okay, full circle. Coming back to, I said something about the crash out ones who are going to burn it all down. They had the animes, and then they had, and they had all the showing them of their strength in the media, like, that Star Wars was reintroduced and became a huge thing for this generation. Pokemon was huge for this generation. Dragon Ball Z, and the animes go deeper, but my brother and sister and my older sons went into the animes. I didn't go down that. I felt like it was cute. I get it. I love the messages, but my focus was in other places. So I didn't go down those rabbit holes, but I know enough from the children that I have raised. And I've raised so many generations. I've raised so many generations now. Bella and Jacob are the fourth generation, because I raised my sisters. My uncle used to say, rest in peace. I pray he's in peace. My uncle used to say that, like, he felt so bad for me because I had to raise everybody and I didn't get to be a child. But I hope his soul can see now on the other side that I have wonderful childhood memories, and all through all of it, I always maintained the little Peter Pan fairy Tinkerbell within me. Like, the world didn't take it. Okay, they didn't take it, and that's what I'm here to bring to y'all. Like, but he used to say, I raised everybody. So, like, Bella and Jacob are my fourth generation of children I'm raising. And the last time I saw my older children, my teenage boys, the very last time I saw them, we met in Arizona when I was leaving that abusive relationship and on my way to California. They agreed to meet me, and they were talking about their father, how they don't really talk to him anymore, and they don't call him dad, they call him his screen name. And so it's like it's very impersonal, the relationship. It's just this, he exists, and I was like, what do y'all call me? And they both looked at each other and I could feel some of the things they didn't want to say. But my oldest son goes, Muda. We call you Muda, like Buddha, but mom. And I was like, yeah, I like that. I could buy that, right? Because my name Candace means Queen Mother, and it's African origin. And mother's been a huge part of this. And the Mother Mary Crone trilogy archetypes, like, just coming into the understanding of being all of them at one, like maintaining the youthfulness but carrying the wisdom and allowing myself to be that mother, anyways. The music, full circle, the music, I feel like the spiritual warfare, right? The spiritual warfare, there are these light codes. There are these light codes existing in everything. And it's like the light is using the same outlets, but the dark is using the outlets as well. And that's why all of that Hollywood shit is happening as it's happening. I got my microphone in my lap, so this just feels more personal. And the camera looking up is just, I needed to be right here. The whole Hollywood thing and all of that stuff that is happening, that is being brought to light. It's like so many people are coming into the understanding of how much is at play and how much manipulation has been at play. And like a lot of songs were literally, their entire purpose was to give your power away. Like the artist was just pouring from their feelings, but from wounded feelings and from a controlled vessel, right? So as the light filters through, so does the darkness. And a lot of songs that made you cry, made you feel, made you fuck was manipulation to offer your vessel. to offer your vessel. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing it playing out in my children, who now have become addicted to YouTube in these Roblox, Minecraft type of games, right? And at a young age, I'm seeing sexual energy flow through very young children. And I know sexual energy is natural. It is our creation energy. It's our creation energy. But this is, I'm saying this to anyone who has young children out there that are addicted to these games. It's not good. There's something very dark happening. There's something very dark happening. And if you can relate and resonate because you have as well been a victim of this and have given your power away unconsciously, but now you're conscious and now you're aware. Something is happening, and I have spoken to my ancestors, I've spoken to my spirit team and given this to God. And what I can do as a parent is I can take the devices, you know, I can limit the access. I can limit the access, right? And that's what you can do as a parent. But as it's becoming, the light is coming to the dark. We are here to shed light in all of the dark places. And we can't do that until we've shed lights into all of our dark places, right? I've invoked many demons into my vessel. I know Jezebel. I know Jezebel. And I have been with incubus and succubus energies. You don't slay them. So you do it within, right? And they can't have access anymore. But like, I'm looking at this card that's like, look at the bigger picture, look at the bigger picture, look at the bigger picture. It's all about the kids. Yeah, we've been manipulated. We've been fucked up. We're coming out of that. It's hard. We have to heal from it. We have to go into it. We have to cry. We got to scream. We got to rage. And then we got to create. Got to create, right? We have to hold space. We have to hold a safe space for the children. So that is my message. Oh, and it's like deep. It's so deep. It's so deep, and there's so much to it. And I could just go into it. I could just keep going into it. And am I supposed to go deeper into it, or am I ending this? Hold your vision. I have over here too. My vision is a safe space. My vision is a place where music and entertainment is for the joy, is for the raising of the vibration. It's for the collective hearts. It's like I just call judgment. I call justice and judgment on all of the dark, manipulative energies out there. It's like, yeah, we're in a dream. This is a dream. We're existing in this dream. Nothing's real. We hallucinate our conscious reality, but we're here in this dream to do this work, right? To do this work. We're here to do this work. I don't know, I've been looking at these Rose Oracle cards. I haven't pulled for these. There's one that's upside down. Now, I always put my cards back the right way. The return. It's like inside this picture, it's like a shadow. It's like a shadow of a being, and it's a rose, but it looks like wings. But in the very center, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me do some focus things. Touch the screen. She's like, it's a woman holding her heart. And it says, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. And it's like, I just feel like we're all ready for a new story. We're all ready for that new story where love wins. Where love can be free of manipulation. Free of manipulation. Pure. And creative energy can flow in a sacred, safe space. Show the world the real you is another card that I got. And confidence is key to success. I feel like those of you that are resonating with me, that I have reached, that are in this phase of this journey, you're peeling back some really deep stuff. Really deep stuff. And it's like, yo, get out of my throat. It's like this energy, this oppressive energy that your soul is carrying. You almost don't know exactly how deep it goes, right? But the signs are starting to appear. And you're seeing the guidance that is available. Your soul is so clever. God is a mastermind. Okay? Like, this is perfectly orchestrated. Perfectly orchestrated. So that the faith has to be stronger than the oppression, than the manipulation. I've been sitting with music from my past and sitting with the feeling that it makes me feel. And this is a little exercise that maybe you may enjoy. Rewriting the lyrics. And anything that gives power to someone external, giving your love to someone else, giving your sexual energy to someone else, I've been rewriting it to self. Rewriting it to self. And singing it to myself. I was watching someone, Dr. Smo, Evolving Butterfly, and she was talking about the mirror. I got my mirror here, and I wrote, I am love on my mirror. And she was at a concert. And realized as she was singing the lyrics, she had realized how much of her power she was giving away in that environment. And she pulled her phone out and started singing to herself. And this is something I put on Instagram a couple years ago. I was driving in my car and I was changing, you know that song, it's a 90s love song, Tell Me When Can I See You Smile Again, right? And I was singing it to me. And then I did like a whole crying to laugh cry to smiling to joy. And it was like the sun was beaming through the clouds at the end of my cry. Like perfect fucking moment of creation and alchemization. And I had recorded a little clip and put it on Instagram. And I feel like that is an energy that I've been using a tool, a practice that I've been using since that moment to move through music, to rewrite the story, to release me from an old story and set me into a new story. So when you're opening your energy up to anything external, any media, music, like whatever it is, right? Do it in a state of awareness and be present in that moment, and actually ask yourself where your energy's going, what your energy's feeling like. Use it, and use it for you, right? Use it for you. And that's going to help you unlock something. It's going to help you unlock something. So with that, I am going to end this message, and I actually have another one to do. And my package is here, guys. The breathing, the air necklace, to just consciously breathe in the air to break, the addictive pattern, and change the energy signature, change the habit, create the new reality, step into a new timeline. It all starts with being present, guys. Just be present. Be present with everything, no matter how thick and ugly and dark and just tight it feels, okay? And put love into that space. The 4 phrases: please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. They apply to everything. Apply them where they need to be applied and move through it. I love you guys. Love wins.